Bilang mga immigrants sa US, kailangan nating maintindihan na karamihan ng mga rights and privileges ng mga Amerikano ay nasa atin na rin. So, hindi tayo basta-basta maitsapwera, masa-set aside in terms of rights we must enjoy. Sa video natin ngayon, titingnan natin yung top 20 rights that every immigrant enjoys in the United States. Pero lilinawin ko lang, as immigrants, we need to also be aware and be concerned that we have the documents necessary. Ang pagiging immigrant natin ay legal. Bakit ko nasabi yun? Kasi maraming mga tao sa Amerika na hindi naman talaga legal ang kanilang immigration status. Mahirap yun. Wala sila ng ganitong rights na i-share ko sa inyo. So, ito yung 20 rights. Number 1, freedom of speech and expression. So, bilang isang immigrant sa Amerika na nakikihalo sa lahat ng taong nandito, you have the right to express your opinion freely without fear of censorship or reprisal. Hindi ka dapat matakot na ay minority ako, ay wala akong karapatang no comment ako, ika nga, di ba? Hindi yun totoo, because you always have the right to express your opinion freely. Ang importante lang, ilagay mo ang sarili mo sa sitwasyon, ilagay mo rin sa lugar ang mga opinion mo. Kasi kung ang opinion mo ay nagiging balakid sa opinion ng iba, iba na yon. Maaring enter ka into an argument with certain individuals. Number 2, freedom of religion. So, immigrants have the right to practice their religion freely without interference from the government. So, walang magsasabi sa iyo na, oops, bawal yan, di ba? Kagaya na, for example, in certain countries like China. So, bawal sa kanila ang mag-introduce o mag-observe ng religion other than those that are being prescribed by their government. Sa Amerika, may freedom of religion. So, for as long as, once again, hindi ka nagiging sagabal sa pananampalataya at sa paniniwala ng iba, okay lang yan. Number 3, freedom of assembly and association. So, immigrants have the right to assemble peacefully and to associate with others for any lawful purpose. Bawa, pag-create na community, ay free na free ka dyan. In fact, maraming mga diverse community sa Amerika. For example, sa Northern Virginia, there's this huge community of Vietnamese people. Saan pa? May mga communities rin ng mga South Koreans. Sa California, maraming mga communities, mga Japanese communities, mga kung ano-ano pa. So, walang problema yan. Forming an assembly and association is really a right, and it's free. Number 4, the right to due process of law. So, immigrants have the right to fair and impartial hearing before they can be deprived of their life, liberty, or property. Lahat ng pwedeng kunin ng gobyerno sa iyo, for example, or ng certain agencies, kailangang dumaan yan sa due process. For example, may malaking pagkakautang ka sa isang kumpanya. Nag-hire sila ng collection agency na maghahabol sa iyo. Bago pa magkaroon ng garnishment yung collection agency na kinuha ng kumpanyang pinagkakautangan mo, kailangan mo nang dumaan sa due process of law. Hindi pwedeng bigla na lang sasamsamin yung mga properties mo. So we have to be aware of those rights. Number 5, the right to a jury trial. Sa Amerika, jury system ang umiiral. So hindi lang isang tao, hindi lang isang judge directly coming from the judge ang lawful decision, kundi may tinatawag na jury. Grupo ito ng mga tao na kinukuha ng justice system para pag-aralan, imbestigahan at mag-decide kung ano ang magiging verdict sa isang taong nagkasala. Number 6, the right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure. So, kung may mga police authorities na kakatok sa pinto nyo in the middle of the night, ang pinaka-importanting hahanapin mo muna sa kanila, meron ba kayong warrant? May search warrant ba kayo? O kung sasabihin sa'yo, you're under arrest, meron ba kayong arrest warrant? Meron bang probable cause? Kaya babasahin sa'yo kung ano ang dahilan kung bakit ka i-arrest. So that is the right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure. So immigrants' homes and property cannot be searched or seized without a warrant, probable cause, and a specific description of the items to be seized. Sasabihin nila sa'yo very specifically kung bakit, kung ano ang hinahanap nila, at kung ano ang ina-expect nilang makuha. Number 7, so the right to be free from cruel and unusual punishment. So immigrants cannot be subjected to torture or any other cruel and unusual punishment. 24 na po ang recording na ito. Nasa modern times na tayo. America is a modern society. Kung ang punishment mo ay nare-receive mo ay mukhang pangbandido na punishment, may kaso sila. So because you have the right to be free from cruel and unusual punishment. Number 8, the right to equal protection under the law. Immigrants are entitled to the same legal rights and protections as U.S. citizens. Take note of number 8, the right to equal protection under the law. Immigrants are entitled to the same legal rights and protections as U.S. citizens. Kung ano ang na-enjoy ng mga ordinaryong U.S. citizen, yun din ang dapat nating ma-enjoy as immigrant. Number 9, the right to work. Immigrants who are authorized to work in the United States have the same right to work as any U.S. citizen. So, pagdating sa interview, hindi pwedeng i-echapuera ka dahil foreign worker. No. Because you are an immigrant, you should be accorded the same right the way other U.S. citizens enjoy. Number 10, the right to education. So, children of immigrants who are legally present in the United States are entitled to a free public education. So, kailangan nating malaman yun. At kailangan din nating malaman na may mga governing rules sa Amerika. Ang education sa Amerika ay mandatory. So, huwag niyong itago sa basement ang anak niyo just because ayaw niyo silang papasukin sa school. There has to be a valid reason, authorization, o kaya bibigyan kayo ng permiso kung i-homeschool nyo kunyari o hindi nyo papasukin sa school ang bata. Number 11, the right to healthcare. So, immigrants who are lawfully present in the United States may be eligible for healthcare coverage through Medicaid or the Children's Health Insurance Program or CHIP. May karapatan ang bawat isa. Hindi dahil just because you don't have an insurance doesn't mean bawal ka nang magkasakit. Biro lang yun. Pero may karapatan talaga ang bawat isa sa atin na mag-enjoy ng healthcare coverage either through Medicaid para sa mga adults or Children's Health Insurance Program para sa mga bata. Number 12, the right to Social Security benefits. So immigrants who are lawfully present in the United States and have paid into Social Security may be eligible for benefits such as retirement, disability, and survivor benefits. So, malinaw yan. May mga nagtatanong, para saan ang Social Security number? Bakit kailangan namin kumuha ng OPS? Bilang resident ng United States, whether you're a worker, a temporary resident, a permanent resident, or a citizen of the country, kailangan meron kang Social Security account. Yung Social Security na yon ang nag-check kung may pumapasok na pera sa bulsa mo. And thereby also giving you an assurance na pagdating ng retirement age mo ay mai-enjoy mo rin ang Social Security benefits dahil meron kang contribution sa society. Number 13, the right to live in the United States. So immigrants who are lawfully present in the United States have the right to live as long as they continue to meet the requirements of their immigration status. Huwag kang gagawa ng mga criminal offenses. Kasi ikaka-deport mo yan. For as long as maganda ang record mo, maayos ang pamumuhay mo, you always have the right to live. Walang pwedeng magsabi sa'yo na, uwi ka na. Ayun. Mga racist slur lang yun, pero hindi yun totoo. Number 14, the right to travel. Immigrants who are lawfully present in the United States have the right to travel within the United States and to leave and re-enter the country. Kailangan lang natin sumunod ng mga batas ng Amerika. So, ang included dun sa mga batas na yun is yung inclusive time na kailangan mong magstay sa Amerika or sa labas ng bansa. For example, if you are a permanent resident, may certain time allowed ka lang na nasa labas ng bansa. Number 15, the right to vote. Immigrants who are not U.S. citizens do not have the right to vote in federal elections. However, some states allow immigrants to vote in local elections. Yung suffrage kasi, yung right to vote na yan, innate yan. Di ba sa atin din, sa Pilipinas, allowed kang bumoto sa eleksyon kapag ikaw ay citizen ka ng country. So, kagaya rin dito, for as long as hindi ka pa citizen, wala ka pang, hindi ka pa allowed to participate in elections. Hindi ka pa pwedeng bumoto. Number 16, the right to a public defender. Immigrants who cannot afford an attorney have the right to a public defender in criminal cases. So, yung every time ang isang pinaniniwala ang may sala, di ba? Yung accused or alleged accused. Kapag inuhuli siya, binabasahan siya, ang tawag doon ay Miranda Doctrine. So, you have the right to remain silent, you have the right for an attorney. Kung hindi mo afford na kumuha ng attorney, ang gobyerno ang maghahanap ng lawyer na magdi-defend sa kaso mo. So, yun. It's a right. It's also a right to everyone, including immigrants. Number 17, the right to appeal. So, immigrants who are convicted of a crime have the right to appeal their conviction. So, syempre, hindi naman pwedeng tanggapin mo na lang, di ba? Or hindi mo nga tinatanggap na ikaw may sala, tapos ipinagpatuloy pa rin yung conviction mo. You always have the right to appeal. Number 18, the right to be free from discrimination. Immigrants are protected from discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, and other protected categories. Walang kahit sino man ang may karapatang itchapwera sa atin. May mga attempts, those are individual attempts, but those are not governed by the law. At kung sakaling ma-subject ka man sa ganon, either umiwas ka na lang o magsumbong ka sa mga authorities. Huwag mo lang silang papatulan. So, that's the right to be free from discrimination. Number 19, the right to seek asylum. Immigrants who are fleeing persecution in their home countries may be eligible for asylum in the United States. Ito po yung dahilan kung bakit siguro marami kayong naririnig ng mga nag-cross ng border sa United States. Sila kasi yung mga tao na masyadong mahirap mabuhay sa sa countries nila. Kaya nagsisik sila ng asylum sa US. Pero dahil swelling na yung cases of asylum seekers, binibigyan na rin ng restriction kasi alam nga namang pumasok na silang lahat, di ba? Number 20, the right to naturalize. So immigrants who meet certain requirements may be eligible to naturalize as US citizens. Ito na yung pathway kung sakaling pumasok ka sa Amerika as a worker or na-petition ka bilang permanent resident. Ang isang halimbawa doon, ang tatay mo ay nag-serve sa US military, retired siya na veteran siya ng US military. So may citizenship siya at pinetition ang buong mag-anak. You are on your way to becoming US citizens. ang tawag doon ay US naturalization. So, magiging US citizen ka by virtue of naturalization. Andyan pa rin yung pagiging Pilipino mo, hindi natin pwedeng maipagkaila yan. Pero, you are now bound to live freely as an American citizen. So, ito yung mga ilan lang sa rights na na-enjoy ng mga immigrants sa United States. Balik-balikan natin to kung medyo uncertain tayo at medyo may mga threats sa atin na sabi ng kapitbahay namin pwede daw ako ma-deport. Balikan mo ang mga rights mo as an immigrant. Kung wala ka namang ginagawang masama, walang dahilan para i-deport ka nila. Salamat po.